Hello there. I did a little bit of Final Fantasy this morning. Got my teaching stuff for virtual completed, so now I'm just going to hang out online with you guys for a bit. I have about 3 hours to stream. So an extra short day. So Kitty was here. Kitty got impatient and decided he wanted to go elsewhere. So, all right. So I'm trying to get these other jobs up to the level they need to be. Nice cold rain reminds me of outside right now. With the freezing rain we've had. Welcome back, Peter. I trust you've been keeping your nose to the grindstone. As I mentioned when last we spoke, you will train under Silvertear's tutelage today. Put aside your misgivings and avail yourself of his wealth of experience. Go now. Present yourself before him. Hello there, Silver. I see it was too much to hope that you would not return. The others believe that you have potential, but I am not so easily convinced. You've only saved Eorzea and liberated Alamigo and killed a dragon. I'm not so easily convinced. Like so many adventurers, you've not the faintest inkling of what it means to be an archer. And how could you? Archery is the proud tradition of the Wildwood Ellison. The essence of this art, to read one's enemy, has been instilled in us over centuries. And in that time, we have defended this great nation against every imaginable foe, granting us insight which you will never possess. Can you recognize the subtle signs that betray coming action? No. Can you accurately predict an opponent's movements? No. Can you glean your foe's intentions at a glance? No. And can such things be learned by one who knows nothing of our traditions? No. It is only out of respect for Lucien that I have agreed to teach you. Go to the East Shroud, seek out the targets hidden there, but do not presume this will be as easy as before. As I told you, the ability to read one's enemies is fundamental to archery. Yet the trials set by my colleagues did not require you to do this. Mine will. The targets you seek have been hidden, and I do mean hidden, in the midst of a region rife with savage beasts. They will play a part of your enemies. In the unlikely event you spy a target, your limited range will necessitate that you slip past its bestial guardians prior to taking aim. A feat I consider beyond you. Oh, is that a frown? Mayhap you're thinking that the Mikot sent you a similar task. You are wrong. She asked merely that you consider where your foes are. I demand that you discern precisely where they will be. How then will you go about this? Observe them closely, discern their characteristics, learn to read their movements, and recognize patterns in their behavior. If it has eyes, let it not see you. If it has ears, let it not hear you. Be neither where it is, nor where it means to be, and thereby pass unnoticed. But enough talk. Whether or not you heed my counsel is your decision. I will shed no tears should you fail. Savior of Eorzea, killer of Nidhogg, and liberator of Alamigo. I'm not impressed by such titles. Anyone could have done these things. Sure, bro. These targets are well hidden, and I do mean well hidden. Hello, kitty. You are certainly a cat. Are you not? Come now, admit it. You have the feline expression upon your face. You have the whiskers of a cat. Your tail is quite cat-like. Admit it. You're the feline embodiment. So you've returned a passable performance for an adventurer, at the bare minimum for any archer. I carry with me generations of wildwood tradition, a tradition built upon the bones of many outsiders who tried to take what is ours. It was my ancestors who first learned to conceal their presence and fight from the shadows, to hold the enemy at a distance, to protect the weak. All of it. Everything was... Oh, this is a waste of time. You cannot understand. But if you're so intent on following upon the footsteps of my people, I bid you go to the North Shroud. Ixal scouts have been sighted near the river west of Etat's Spire, and unless you're entirely ignorant of Gradonian history, I need not explain that this act of aggression is part of a centuries-old conflict. Hello, Bruni, welcome. The minions do not matter. It is their leader, Nezul-Cutlan the Violator, who must fall. He commands the scouts and will be well guarded, yet it stands upon a battleground. So it stands upon hostile ground, with birdmen and not walls for protection. If you're diligent and determined, you can slip through their defenses and slay their leader. This is an act of the Gradanian archer. This is the art of the Gradanian archer. Embrace the wisdom I've bestowed upon you, and the fight will be short. If you see the deed done, adventurer, I'll take it as proof of your commitment to us, and labor no more to drive you from the guild. Now go. Kind of great how this guy is like, oh, you're totally inept and incompetent fool. You think you can do this. After I've, like, slayed Nidhogg and, you know, liberated Alamigo and saved Eorzea. Just like, oh, you think you're good. Oh, game is great. I enjoy it. It's fun. How are you doing? I'm almost what I'm here for. I'm almost to the point I'm here for. You're okay? Only reason I get to stream today is because of ice and snow. Of course, the ice and snow made me have to take my wife to work. It's going to prevent me from streaming this afternoon because of other commitments. So it's it's one of those days, you know. Oh man, I failed the fate. I wasn't even trying to do it. But yeah, hopefully okay is not like not well. Sometimes okay, it's like, I don't feel good, but I don't want to bother you. I mean, if that's the case, totally will not be bothered by such information. And sometimes okay is just, okay. Yes, let us do the battle. To battle. See the cat ears. The pet passing away. Is it okay? Because I'm not good nor great. Yeah. Well, that's... Yeah, losing a pet is the worst. It's the worst. So, I'm sorry you lost your dear pet. Smokey is here to say hi. Try to make you feel better, hopefully. Okay, well... Well, hopefully it gets better. Kitty is a big kitty. He also was a lot closer to the camera than I was. Yeah. I figure I can dance. I better learn how to sing. Got him. Just as an alt, because this is something that Pieter would do. And so it's like, we're going to go ahead and have this as a side gig. As I was saying, it's kind of funny how the guy is like so skeptical of you after all the things we've done at this point. He's like, oh, you think you're a real adventurer, do you? I don't think so. Oh, you've saved Eorzea, have you? Child's play. Oh, you beat Nidhogg? Yes, I've heard of such tales, often exaggeration. Oh, you say you've liberated Alamiga? Anyone could do that. It's just like, all right, bro. Working on Black Mage. Cool. Black Mage is fun. Even now, I struggle to credit the sentry's reports. Yet, here you are, and the Nezul cattle of the Violators no more. That's a godsend adventurer, should be so. Only by the grace of Nibelus herself could you have survived. But, even though it was pure luck, I will keep my word. Pieter, should you stay or should you go, I care not. You have completed the task, and are no longer my responsibility. So go to Lysiane. She will doubtless wish to lavish you with praise. Oh, you'll get no more from me. Off with you. So I'm guessing I'm going to get a hat, since I have no hat at the moment. I didn't even understand you single-handedly drove off the XIV scouting party, and that you did so with precision and guile. How exactly was that training, Lucian? Pieter's just an adventurer. Sylvia thrust him into the jaws of the enemy in the hopes he wouldn't come back. And then, when, against all expectations, he did come back, that stubborn arse still refused to acknowledge his skill. Is that truly your impression? Well, yes. He said it was pure luck. Mere noise. Sylvia sees Pieter's skill. Of that I have no doubt. Did you not mark the way he covered his mouth when he uttered the words? It's a habit of his to do so on occasions when his tongue and his heart are in disagreement. For all of his skill at reading the idiosyncrasies of others, he has yet to recognize his own. Impressive work, Pieter. You have applied yourself to Leah and Sylvia's lessons and demonstrated your command of the core concepts. You're now an archer in your own right. Allow me to teach you something to commemorate this accomplishment. Repelling shot is an advanced technique that enables an archer to evade attacks while continuing to fire upon his opponent. Used wisely, it can grant you a brief respite in the heat of battle. I have faith that with regular practice you'll learn how best to employ it to your advantage. Remember your senior's lessons that you strive for true mastery. Excellent. Yeah, the hat. I'm hat-free at the moment. Of course, being a Vera, I can't wear the hat anyway. I can only, get the hat staff. Repellent shot. We have to play pretend. Exactly. So, why am I not wearing this? Oh, level 16. Ha! I can't wear it yet. Well, soon. Yeah, probably next time. We'll do that next time. Alright, that's funny. I think everyone else is not where we can level up. All the other things I want as side gigs. So, on we go to La Plata. We've just liberated Alamigo. Like, just liberated Alamigo. Let's go bask in the glory of that, shall we? When I was an hour over in time yesterday, in celebration of beating Alamigo. Or liberating Alamigo. I guess we didn't beat them. Saving? Saving is the word. I think for the kind of... Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's important to acknowledge the importance. So, yeah. We did it. We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride. And hope, too. We did it, Father. Ida, Palpano, Conrad, Meffred, and Philia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand here listening to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you, too. You beat him, after all. You're the real hero of the story. Well, go right along. Take your plaudits. Hey there, you Geary. For you to best Xenos, even after he harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There's some small regret, perhaps, but it's outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Pieter. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant, the man who killed my father and countless others of my countrymen. The world's a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Alphonel for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuo and his Lupin brothers. For a timely intervention, aye. Full glad am I not to have burdened by the guilt of killing my lord, he and his most trusted allies. Oh, indeed, my friend, indeed. Hey there, Minago. Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Alamigo! Alamigo! Oh, sorry, I got a bit carried away there, didn't I? Oh, it's hard not to, you know. We owe it to the friends who we buried. To shout and scream and cheer with all of our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing. That it's finally over and that they can rest in peace. Oh, you hear that, lads? It would be all right. It would be... Oh, bugger up again. Oh, I'm so bleeding happy I could cry. After all we've been through, I really should know better than to worry, but, as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie well nigh reduced me to tears. The Warrior of Light, victorious again. I should be a surprise if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the Warrior of Light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You're a natural-born leader of men, Pieter. All of these people weren't just following their commanders. They were following you. Need to plug this in. And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through its end, but history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Of course. Good tidings, all. Here there, Robon, that you're happy. The hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With their commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it is official. The occupation is ended. And now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there's no clear consensus on what sort of government they should prefer instead. Indeed, Father. Momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one which we walked. Aye. If we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Pieter, for helping us make this dream a reality. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna see if I can do Dancer after this mission is over. Finished your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me. Back to Rauga's Reach. Of course. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call the Scions together. I'll explain later. You resigning? To lead the people of Alamigo? I don't even know where to begin. Quest complete. Excellent.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment.
I got plenty of moments for you, Lise. You had a rough time of it.
Good. You're all here. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo.
Here it comes.
When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official.
He's nomming on my arm. Kitty likes my attention, so he's just like, on my arm.
As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a Scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Yep, no surprise.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so?
You're a sweetie kitty.
There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Excellent.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Hey.
Come back here, you slippery little devil. think fishing could be so difficult.
And he survived.
What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death, fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet. Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
So they survive on a deserted island. Oh, man. Welp. This is indeed the work of either Shiryu or Omega. And since there's undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon, yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls on us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? Jesse? And now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine, fine. But the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it. Savvy? And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. You didn't. Is this the Garlean? Nero? Nero's got pretty big hips. Come now, you mustn't build your expectations too high. It is less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Yeah. Nero Tolseva, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. Sup, Nero? So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? Stormblood complete. Lux Aether Current Attunement complete. Mount speed is increased. New chapter of New Game Plus has been earned. Get a release.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Indeed.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here.
Indeed.
Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Indeed.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
All right.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion.
Let's listen to the uncle.
For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
All right.
But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I need to lower the volume of the main thing. Someone mentioned that yesterday.
There you are. I've been searching all over for you. Now, don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Indeed. Oh, so much story.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
Oh, it's kind of what I do.
After all, we were adventurous before we were scions, were we not?
Yes.
After routing the Imperials and liberating El Amigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
Well, what are you talking
So,
about?
what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Twist my arm, why don't you? Quest accepted. Alright, and we need to turn down the volume because it is too loud, which was mentioned yesterday. Okay, hopefully that helps. Right then, let's go and find Master Lavalier. Actually, leave it to me. I want you fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetherite, and we'll be along shortly. See you there. Oh my, there's so many missions right here. Yeah, there's Sonny. Peter, you're hard to look to find. I heard you'd thrown your lot in with the Resistance, so I came here looking for you. Truth is, we've run into a spot of bother back at the Arboretum, and could use your help. If you're not too busy breaking your fast on Garleans, or whatever you've been doing out here, we'd be glad of your expertise. If you fancy lending a hand, I'll be over at St. Marquian's. Get these over here. Get all those over there, and then we'll continue. Pietro Krolinsk of the Signs of Seventh Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. Very good. I have a message to you from Aunt Rowena. Well, it's more of a request, I suppose, though I don't have any details of consequence. She'd like you to assist in the exploration of a recently discovered island. Surely you'd be interested in that sort of thing, being an adventurer. If you are, then you should head to Kagane and see Kotokaze, the proprietress of the Shiokaze holstery. It's a long way to go, I know, but the island's out that way anyway, so... Have you ever visited Little Alamigo in Thanalan? If you have, there's something I would ask of you. My uncle, a man named Grunewald, lives there. Now, Alamigo's been freed, and I've been hoping to contact him. However, there's still much work to be done, and I'm unable to leave my post. Instead, I've written him a letter, which I would like you to deliver to my uncle, if possible. Yeah, sure. We will all need to work together if we're to restore Alamigo to its former glory. I'd very much like to have my uncle by my side for this. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but there is no one else I can trust with this. Peloton. And there's 4 things just right over here we have to do as well. Peter Krolin's Cure the Resistance. Greetings and well met. I wish to thank you for your countless deeds of service to our cause, and share with you an opportunity which I believe may be of interest to you. There's a great and wise man, a veteran of countless battles, who waits for you outside of Ralga's reach. Go to him, and he will unfold all. Peter, just the man I was looking for. As you may know, Ralga's Reach used to be a pilgrimage site for followers of the Fist of Ralgar. Atop the mountain lies the remnants of the Temple of the Fist, which were once the center of their religion. It is filled with monks training their minds and bodies right up till the Mad King Theodoric decided to raise the temple. Curiously enough, a young lady recently approached me, saying she wishes to explore the ruins herself. I immediately turned down her request, knowing that she alone could not survive the route to the ruins. But then I thought of you. I'm positive that you are strong enough to protect her while she explores. The girl's name is Marjorie. If you're willing to help, seek her out by the doors which lead to the temple. I imagine she's still there pestering Hrotmar to let her in. Excuse me, sir. You are Pieter, right? Indeed. My name's Filiot, newly joined to the Garland Ironworks. Pleased to meet you. I hate to be a bother, but I've got somewhere I'd like to take you. Wedge told me he was asked you to peek inside the fractal continuum. Is that right? Well, the thinking is we recently detected a strange signal coming from inside. Knowing our luck, it's likely some ancient Allagan weapon run amok. But we won't know for sure until someone goes in to find out. We're hoping that someone would be you, if you're up for the job. Of course. Oh, thank the gods. I'll see you in Aziz's Law, then. Hey there, Wedge. Peter, thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Ralga's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the blasted thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shiryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know that Shiryu ended up in the Imperial's hands, and that was shackled with some very distinctive-looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you-know-what could have done something like that, and the fact that res trains are still functioning suggests that it won't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered, what might you call it, a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. Alright. Let's wait on this and try to get these other 2 missions done, and then we can go check and see what Dancer is doing. Greetings, Pieter. 'Twould seem we have to accompany Arenvald on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what you've gotten yourselves... Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Alamigo was still a monarchy and Theodoric sat on the throne. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Ralga's Reach being burned to the ground. In the later years of his rules, he was sealed by the unshakable belief the unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it said these royal treasuries were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. I believe I see the direction of this adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty? You assume correctly. And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course, we would not be the first to make the attempt. Following Alamigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room, from dawn until dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. The gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remained simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine, the three of us, delving into a decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. It will be fun. I look forward to gifting this bounty to the Alamegans. Creeping in people's homes. Exactly, it's fun. You learned the emote? Box. Box? Almost see the wheels in Alphinaud's heads turning. The news of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion. This is what they want! Which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Arenvold, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, when I last asked, how's your weight loss coming along? So far, I have lost over 10 pounds. Let me pull this up so I can give you accurate measures. So since I began, just about 10 pounds. So 9.4. I said it. Congrats, that's amazing. Thank you. It's easiest to lose it early, but I'm still very happy about it. So yeah, that's since almost a month ago. So about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Early, it goes quick, and then after that, it's just a slog to get through. But yeah, it's going well. Which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Arenvold, have we any clues as to what we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere. So we probably need to ask around. That's so great. Happy for the news for you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Got a long ways to go still, but yeah. Need to get myself to a healthy weight and keep that healthy weight in order to try to reverse some of the medical problems I'm having. Which, speaking of which, that's why I can't be here this afternoon, is because I'm doing medical stuff. Would that be another way of saying no? Yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied archivists and request access to the records seized by the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during the occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you, can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you can be looking for people that have been 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds that may prove useful. So be sure to listen well. Arenvold, pray try your luck with the fringes of the peaks while Pieter makes the round to Alamegan Quarter. And here I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, huh? We can meet afterward at Garibald's Gate. I'm going to keep it off. Always keep it where you need it to be. Yep. Easier to lose. It's easier to lose early than it is late, and it's easier to lose it than it is to keep it off. All right, I got to test out this new emote that I got. Is this just an eternal boxing? Will I sit here and shadow box forever? I think I will. Okay. Cool, cool. Yep, it mentioned Dalmasca, and of course I immediately go because I really want to see the Dalmasca story. Come now, Chief. This isn't terribly constructive. Yes, it's him.
Surprised? Aye, so were we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not.
How many times do I have to tell you? You will play no part in this investigation. Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Most people go AFK and Bee's Knees, Songbird, or Box sometimes. Others are Power Ranger stances. Nice. Haven't seen Bee's Knees or Songbird yet. Passing judgment without due consideration. Sorry, passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues. Not very chiefly of you, Chief. I will have you know that I am a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Then I'll trust you'll thrive elsewhere while I discourage you to piss off. I will not have him on our roster, Jesty. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment was to be terminated effective immediately. Now, the thing is, Chief, we've already paid him in full. And it wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5, what you get was the agreement. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is, we could do with his expertise now. Let him earn his keep at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, and then you pay him a sultan's ransom in advance? Ugh. Give me strength.
This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold.
Let me know how it goes. I'm leaving.
Let's investigate by ourselves.
As much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you will not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with a surfeit of the former. From this moment forth, you will be my chaperone, with a realm's savior watching my every move. I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which would surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Oh, forgive me, Peter. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny I would be glad to have you on board. The fact is, we're no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged through the encounter with the Shiryu, it seems highly doubtful that we will be able to disable it unaided. We have got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I, for one, would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Then it's settled.
Chief, we have a problem. The etheric concentration levels at the Yan are soaring. Our readings doubled from one moment to the next, and by the time we went to check it again, they doubled again.
What? That could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally.
Yes, sir.
Biggs, Wedge, Pieter, I need you with me at the Yan, to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance.
All right, Chief. Watch yourself out there.
Biggie and Smalls.
Am I to stay and mind the shop too? I mean, we can do this.
Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight. But before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten, not supremacy through elegant ingenuity. Breach this contract and you'll have my pounds of flesh. I will have my pounds of flesh from you. Whatever, come along. All right, let's see if we can get high. No, up is a lot of stuff. We need to get that. It's important. Yes. Just think. Up that way we're supposed to go. Hey there, Marjorie. How you doing? Are you also interested in exploring the Temple of the Fist? I never dreamed I would meet a fellow enthusiast. I first learned of monks when I attended a lecture given by a historian named Eric. Ever since then, I've continued to be fascinated by their creed and approach to life. I thought I would come and pay a visit to the site of their most revered temple, and now that the Empire's been driven out of the region, the only issue is this man. He will not let me pass. The monks use this path to the temple to train. It's filled with all kinds of traps and obstacles that cannot be overcome by just anyone. It's precisely those traps and obstacles I wish to study. Everything I've read states that those who are able to reach the temple will come face to face with a monk of legend. Does that not pique your curiosity in the slightest? Who knows what kind of lessons one could learn from a monk that has mastered their art? You wish to know, don't you, adventurer? Actually, I do. You are the one who helped the resistance defeat Xenos Yegalvis? Well, you should be more than capable of handling whatever the temple has to throw at you. In fact, if you're truly keen to explore what lies beyond these doors, would you mind if I joined you? It sounds like a bad idea, actually. I'm fairly familiar with the layout of the temple grounds from all the reading I've done. I know I can be of help. Oh, please take me with you. The Temple of Fist now accessible. Yes. Let's see. Who is available? Wife has unfortunately given up on Final Fantasy XIV. She could not get past the battle on the step, and she's just like rage quit the game. Yeah, unfortunately. So I will be doing this with whomever wishes to join me. But first, we're going to see if we can do this last dance. I don't think I can yet. I think it's still too early, but I'm going to give it a go. Wifey, no, yeah. Bless her. She's the one who likes MMORPGs. I think the problem is that this is not enough like an MMORPG for her tastes. So she doesn't like it. Like the very thing I like, she doesn't. One amigo. Great news, Peter. A postbugle just dropped off this letter from Mistress Neshmira. She says the stage is all set for our performance at Alamigo. Awesome. I am officially, on the clock, so I have to check and make sure there's not important things that I have to do. I'm excited. Why, she's even scouted out what she claims to be an ideal venture to host our exhibition, a village called Alagana, which sits in the Girabania Highlands. I just realized Rana has the wrong name. She should have an apostrophe. I wonder why she doesn't.
Though Alamigos, finally free of Garlean rule, many of its people still have doubts that this peace will truly prevail. In other words, it's precisely the sort of place where the Totentons may strike. At any rate, Mistress Nashmira assures me she and her secretive acquaintance have made all the necessary preparations. The Alamigan resistance, she says, has seen fit to ensure that Alagana's most prominent residents will be in attendance. If we can perform as we did in Ishgard and swiftly dispel the darkness from their hearts, surely they'll be able to influence their fellow villagers and stave off the onset of the Totentons. And what did she say at the very end of her letter? Oh, yes. Rana Pieter, the success of our tour, the very future of Troop Falsum itself, rides on you. I'm counting on you to rise to the occasion. Oh, are you as excited as I am? Let's make this show for the ages. And with that, let us sail out for Alagana. We mustn't keep Mistress Nashmira waiting. Of course. I like the music. I wonder, is that music for the next expansion? Is that Stormblood music I'm hearing? Not Stormblood, Shadowbringers. Hubs likes the game, but not enough to play it like I do. He likes it more when more of his friends are around to be able to play. Yeah. Playing with friends is always fun. Fun with every game. Alright, before I leave... Uh-oh. My controller is like, I'm not going to be able to go for very much longer. Oof. That's not quite good enough. I'll do this with friends too. Yeah. Alright. Where can I go to get better gear? Okay, so what I'm wanting to pick up some gear using tomes for my dancer. I'm trying to decide where would the best place for that be. Level, please. Currently, I'm level 74, but it's going to be maxed at level 70 because I just recently finished the main plot of Stormblood. I'm into the updates content at this point. It may be Kagane. I'm going to try Mordana first. It shouldn't work, but I'm going to try it. Oh, stop it. My computer's... Kagane... Ah, dang it. Yeah. I figured that would be it. Alright. Well... Give me a moment, really quick. Do this. Oh, wow. Lots of things. Okay. The whispering winds bear tales of an adventurer's daring do unto mine insatiable ears. But one episode in particular whetted mine appetite. Did you perchance encounter a colossus of steam and steel in Dravania? I did. Ah, so it is true. Pray, speak on it, friend. I would hear more of your trials and tribulations within the towering automaton. Oh, there's lots of things to tell you. A god born of a goblin prayer. A citadel upon legs whose very life spilled death to all without. Oh my, how marvelous. Your next stop will be Eelmore for 80s. Okay, cool. My muse stirs at the mention of such wonders and moves me to song. Hearken now unto your own tale, brave hero. O friends far and near, I challenge you all to think of a marvel so strange or so tall, a steely-skinned giant whose veins coursed with steam, on whose bright burnished bosom foul goblins did scheme. Hey there, Smork. Smoke wants to say hi. Hey there, Smokey. Yeah, he's closer to the camera, so he does look quite a bit bigger than me, doesn't he? Oh, don't eat me! Hi, kitty. A heaven to whom they therein did dwell, but one whose mere being made all else a hell.
Forsooth, he could not well be left to abide, so into his huge hand the hero did stride, and battled through legions to reach his hard heart, conspiring at last to rend it apart. His core being no more, the giant fell still, though the goblins remained, there's plot further ill. My muse has left me, but tell me, did I capture the essence of your journey? Well, a poem must change one or two details for dramatic effect. A ballad should rouse its audience, not send them to sleep, after all. Pray accept my humble verse into your heart. Songs give the listener fresh eyes to see, and mayhap mine own will allow you to look upon your deeds anew. Quest accepted. A wondrous tale is on the lips of every adventurer in this tavern, the details of which I can scarce believe. They say that within the resting relic, which swaddles the Thiliac, a hero met with a company of warriors wrought from solid steel. Yeah, that happened. I rather thought it might be you. And you say you crossed swords with the dread automata. Splendid, tell me everything. Let me hear the sounds of battle echoing through the giant iron's innards. I killed some things. That was pretty much it. Your story stirs my muse from her slumber. Does it now? To think of the goblins would contrive mechanical soldiers that could themselves combine to form a veritable walking fortress, and within a walking fortress, no less. The tales of my boyhood were not half as fascinating. Your tale reminds me of another, that there are three great kings, Alexander, Midas, and Gordius, whose names must now seem rather familiar. Covetous to the core, they spent their lives in a fervor of conquest, never for a moment satisfied with their lot. That an ambulating paradise of wisdom and erudition should honor their memories, curious indeed. I can only assume that the genius who conceived it possessed a wicked sense of humor. Oh, a story so steeped in myth could scarce fail to stir the spirit of song within me. Lend me your ear, friend, that I might regale you with a tale of your own adventure. In the giant's iron innards, the goblins did toil through the sunrise and sunset, intruders to foil. To the limb of their lodging did chance to awake, a path for our weariless hero to make. And thus did he aim for the beast's second heart, cleaving both it and its keepers apart. Yet in spite of his triumph, the goblins all laughed, and by means lost to meaning, in victory basked. Yea, a giant of steel was far more than it seemed, with power beyond knowing, potential ungleaned. And thus was our hero compelled to withdraw, resolved to return and do battle once more. I'm not going to try to sing. I don't have music. I'm not have the ability to make music. There a courageous struggle rendered into the naive style, recalling the fantastical tales of youth. But tell me true, did I capture the spirit of your journey? I took certain liberties, of course, but then such poems must do more than simply portray an event. They must tantalize the senses and stimulate the imagination. The hymn of battle is as old as time itself. But sung from the heart, it can inspire even the meekest soul to greatness. How do I think the poem will end? I was hoping you might tell me. Suffice it to say, I look very much forward to finding out. I'll tell you the other thing here in a minute. Kagane, your best level gear would be scavenger gear with item level 400. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a bit better than what I got right now. So we're definitely going to go for that. Thank you. So I'll be heading there soon. Well met, friend. Might you perchance be able to shed some light on a most remarkable rumor that has reached mine ears, that of a time-straddling hero who did rescue the Gabi flock of Edelshire from a future most dire? Sure, yeah, I did that. Ah, but the 12 smile upon me today. 'Tis a stirring tale indeed, and one made more affecting by the unadorned manner in which you tell it. The struggle for the future so grand as to span the boundaries of time and space. Would that I had been there to witness it with mine own eyes. I must say mine interest was especially piqued by your part in turning back time. If I understand correctly, had you triumphed over the giant only for the goblins to reverse the flow of time, thereby compelling you to do battle over and over again, the primal's power would have grown to nigh infinite proportions. While we must all thank the 12 that you and your companions were able to break the vicious cycle, as a performer, I must confess to some curiosity over how the final battle with the foe might unfold. Not that I would want for inspiration, of course. Your tale's more than sufficient. Why, even now my muse stirs within me. Hearken unto her song. Echo gear set for level 370, but if you're going to go with a level ID, go with the highest it gives. They level out all of the other classes. They can already have the highest one the game gives. In the breast of the giant a crystal did stand, whose hunger for aether spilled death unto the land. And thus did our hero swear never to cease, till he'd torn out the heart of the great metal beast. Yet for all of his labors, both bruising and brave, the goblin stood poised to make history their slave. The giant, however, had plans of his own, and plucked from the goblins their dream of a home. For it saw but one way to set history aright, a champion of ages, a hero of light. So the giant now sleeps as it did once more, for in a moment repeated, forever and more. Nice. You'll forgive me if I took certain liberties in the retelling of your tale. My audience are a demanding lot, and they have come to expect a certain grandeur from my work. Mine only regret is that I am not able to weave my remarkable detail of this most improbable adventure of yours into my humble composition. Of particular interest to me was the recurring theme of desires and dreams, and the power that they can come to hold. Though I possess no other ancient relic to grant form to one's wishes, might it not be said that music has a similar power, albeit in a more intangible sense? Should your travels chance to take you back to the scene of your triumph, pray reflect on your adventures with my song in your heart. You may yet be surprised by what you see. Cool. Okay. Taking care of this. I think before I do the other thing, I need to make sure that I get... When I do open shop, I intend to have all manner of exotic wares ready for sale. However, procuring such goods has proven more difficult than I imagined. Return later. Perhaps I've figured out a way for this conundrum. Special arms. Yes, this is what I need first. Okay, what am I lacking? Because I gotta get the special arms stuff finished before I buy the gear. So, what am I after? I need 9 unidentifiable seeds. And I have 2. Okay, well, this makes up the difference. So all of these battles I'm about to start doing is going to give me the means to do the rest of this. So, I guess we'll continue looking up stuff. So it's good I did not go to that area because I don't have the money. I don't have the tomes yet to get that other stuff. Okay, so to Edelshire we go. Gonna get the rest of these level 60s checked off the list, and then we'll start on some of these level 70s. All right. I suppose I could fly there. The unicorn's a mount you don't have yet? To get the unicorn, you have to be a certain level white mage. Not a white mage, yep.
First rule of Gabi Watchguard, keep steady nerves all times. Second rule of Gabi Watchguard, if danger comes to Gabi, ignore first rule, make speedy fast.
I know do good heals. You know, healing, I love healing. I'm great at healing. Alexander the Greater Savage, now accessible. Thanks to the potential outpourings of the Wandering Minstrel, you can now relive your foray to Alexander. That's good.
White Kicks stands guard over giant of worldly cogs. None shall pass, none shall pass.
Alexander Midas Savage, now accessible. Thanks to the poetical outpours of the Wandering Minstrel, you can now relive your foray to Midas. That's good. So I think since the last time you hung out, I've reduced the music from the mounts because they were disruptive.
Uplander wants to go inside. His curiosity not sated. The red bricks will give guidance, but beware, that giant is sleeping, not dead.
Quest complete. Alexander Gordius Savage, now accessible. Thanks to poetical outpourings of the Wandering Minstrel, you can now relive your foray to Gordius. Let's good. I love you too, kitty. Let's see. And all level 60s are finished. It's dancing time. Now Lagana. I'm excited about this. What is it, kitty? Yes, I love you, but I don't need to be giving you attention 100% of the time. And Kitty's like, that's where you're wrong, boyo. Hey there, Rana.
Oh, there you are, Peter. Have you had any chance to see Mistress Neshmira? I can't find her anywhere, but I'm sure she'll be along soon. I know she wouldn't miss our performance for the world. And look at what I've found. I scoured the troops' wardrobes to find outfits befitting our grand finale. Oh, one thing's for certain. We'll be dressed to impress. And remember, mum's the word about the Totems, all right? We want our audience to enjoy the performance without worrying themselves with the terrible truth behind it all. Well then, whenever you're ready to take the stage, you'll know where to find me. That's it, Peter. Ready to raise the curtain on our final act?
Let's get it. It's party time. So close, no matter how far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from the Ras Al Han across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troupe Falcium. Today, we perform for you the ancient dance of our ancestors, a spectacle to stir the heart, enrich the mind, and chase away the shadows of doubt that plague your soul. Feast your eyes upon the Kriegsdance. It's time. Love this music. The best piece from Final Fantasy IX. It's fine. Right? This is all part of the performance, everyone. Don't worry. Right on cue. All right, Peter. Let's take out that nasty thing before our audience realizes it's not just for show. Just look at those enraptured faces. The excitement in the air is almost palpable. They know they're about to get a show the likes of which they'll never see. The Alamegans are counting on us, Peter, in more ways than they themselves even know. We must dance, and not stop dancing till every last shadow has been purged from their hearts. This is the performance we were born to give. Let's get it. Bunnyman and Catgirl, dancing to murder this thing. Let's go. Ready for adventure. It's the biggest evidence yet. It means we're in for a tough fight. Curious. I could have sworn that shadowy mask just popped out from my own body. Hearts. Look, there's another shadow. And another. We really need this. Like, really. Like, actually. Coming at us, Peter. Don't let them touch you. Here comes a big one. Stand strong with me, Peter. I knew it. Together, nothing can bring us down. Nothing's gonna stop us now. I've been dancing like this before. Too many of them. So much. Apologies for keeping you waiting. I made it just in time for the grand finale. This queen has joined the fray. It's trying to divide and conquer. Got it, boss. Take that master in the middle. Keep your focus and fight as one. If you're thinking of big as one, this is a sight to behold. Liberate all the remaining ether. We must move quickly. The grand finale. I wonder what marvelous moves they have in store for us next. That's going to like to the audience. Hurry, run off. Must leave Pieter all of our might. Ready, Pieter? Got him. Excellent. I love you too, kitty. We win. Mistress Aspira, oh, I knew you wouldn't miss our grand finale. And your dancing, why, you're every bit as enchanting as I remembered from all those years ago. Oh, sharing the stage with you was truly a dream come true. I simply had to make amends for my embarrassing display at Gridania, didn't I? Oh, my wounds were all but healed. Had all been healed entirely, so I redoubled my training efforts after arriving here in Alamigo. I dare say I feel the surprise I have in years. And yet, there can be no doubt, you and Pieter are the true stars today. You think that you have come so far in such a short span of time. Mayhap I should have just admired your performance from the wings instead of stepping in. Tut tut, Mira. I seem to recall you telling me just the other day that the girl was not ready for the spotlight. Oh, I know you. You know me, Lion. I am strict with my students because I expect only the best from them, and these two have done me proud today. Fancy meeting you here, Pieter. I must admit, it gave me quite a start when my Mira had told me that you, of all people, had joined her merry little troop. Mira and I go far back, you know. After these horrific events unfolded in Uldar, I hid away in Thranvar for some time,
It was then that we first made each other's acquaintance. The song and dance go well together, needless to say, and our friendship rapidly blossomed. When she turned to me for assistance in planning Troop Falcium's tour of Eorzea, I was more than happy to do my part. It did not surprise me that an accomplished adventurer would have so many friends along the realm, but I would never have suspected you and my dear Lanmin were so close. Truly, fate must have brought us together for a reason. I feel the same. Your presence alone has motivated me to grow in ways I never would have thought possible. You have given me the courage, strength, and determination to be more than what I was.
That's good. Thought I recognized that face from somewhere. From Liberator of Alamigo to Traveling Performer, huh? Not a path I'd have predicted, but it's hardly surprising to see you emerge triumphant in whatever you do. Aye, that was truly a performance for the ages. Here in Alagana, we don't get much exposure to foreigners. Rather stimulating, that was. Especially the grand finale where you chased off all those bloody shadow beasts. Got the blood pumping, I'd say. I only wish there was more we could do to show our appreciation.
Think nothing of it, my good sir. Just knowing we've brought a measure of joy to Alamigo in its time of need is reward enough for us.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind, miss. The road ahead of us is a long one, but thanks to you, we can stride down it with a spring in our step. Knowing that a village is always open to you, should you ever be willing to grace us with another performance. Farewell, friends.
Whew, for a second I thought he'd realized the true nature of the shadows. But no, the threat to the Totentons is gone for now, and it seems no one was the wiser. Well, that is heartening indeed. And with that, we should prepare for our departure. The Alamigans were kind enough to invite us for these trying times. We mustn't linger so long that our presence becomes a burden. I, too, should be on my way. It was a pleasure and honor both to see you on the stage again, Mira, and you as well, Pieter. Till our paths cross again, go to safety. Go in safety.
Of course. Oh, yes, we're all bowing at each other now.
Okay. Well, that's the last of it. Our props are packed up and we're ready to take the road. I must say it's a touch bittersweet knowing this is our final performance, but I suppose even the best things must come to an end. Mistress Nesmira will go to head to Limsa Laminsa to secure us passage back to Ras Al Han. We'll stop by. You'll stop by and see us off, yes? We'd like to pay you proper thanks before taking our leave of this land. Fairly well.
Off to Limsa. Yeah, there's nowhere faster. Okay, what? Run Amigo. Triumphant music.
Pieter, I'm so touched. You really did come this way to see us off. Oh, thank you ever so much for all you've done. It was an honor to tour Eorzea with you and bring strength and succor to its people.
You have my gratitude as well, Pieter. The people whose hearts you have touched will, in turn, inspire others. Yes, before long, the Dance of the Damned will all be but a memory. And yet, until that time, we cannot let down our guard. I propose that we extend our tour of Eorzea, in the event that there are yet people in this realm who still require our aid.
Do you truly mean this, Mistress Nashmira? Peter and I can keep dancing together.
In good time, Rana, yes. But Pieter is an adventurer, and one whose services are justifiably in high demand. It would not be very considerate of us to monopolize his services for our ends. And so we must bid you farewell for now. Rana and I will remain in Limsa, and consult with Master Gagaruju about potentially extending our tour to new locations. Pray come back and visit us on occasion, yes? Rana gets awfully lonely without company.
Hey, that's not... Well, I suppose it is true. Keep dancing, Pieter, and let us eagerly await the day that we can take the stage together anew.
Sure. Take the shells from the hearts of the ardent. You've learned a new dance. The technical step. To undertake the next dance or quest, you must first meet the following requirements. You must complete the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers. You must complete the roles quest, Courage Born of Fear. Once you have done so, the next dance or quest will be available from Nashmira. Courage Born of Fear. Cool. Okay. I think that's everything. Well, maybe they'll improve the answer, but that's not going to happen for a little while. So let's see. To kill a girl. Well, wait, we already have that. I mean, I suppose we can do Temple of the Fist. Anybody out and about? Looks like everyone is offline. Okay. Well, in that case, Temple of the Fist. We'll just do that with whoever. While we're working on that one, we'll go to Dreaming of Home in Little Alamigo. What's up, Gundabald?
Peter, hero of the Resistance. You have business with me?
I have a letter.
A letter from Witchard. I've not heard from him in quite some time. I see. As touching as the sentiment is, I will not be joining him in Alamigo. It's been 2 decades since we last called Alamigo home. Those of us who were but children when we arrived in Thanalan, who now have children of their own, children who've never set foot in Alamigo. The elderly among us are unable to make the trip, no matter how many may wish to.
I cannot abandon these people. As the leader of El Amigo, I owe it to them to stay as well. That said, I'm certain there are plenty amongst our younger residents that do wish to visit Richard. I too believe they will be vital to rebuilding our nation. Please ask if Richard will be willing to accept them. I know it's a long journey back to Ralga's Reach, but while you are traveling, I shall see to it that those who wish to leave begin their preparations.
Okay, nothing else back here, so we'll head back to Ralga's Reach. Let's see, actually, can I fast travel somewhere right nearby? Yep. All right. He said so, didn't he? That's a shame, but I respect his decision. As for those who wish to join me, the more the merrier. I'll take any help I can get. I shall begin making arrangements for their arrival this instant. Tell my uncle as much. Safe journey to you, Pietro. The port is ready, sir. It's an honor to serve, sir. Let's see here. What else? Bamboo stick with lumber.
That's all you'll get from me. I hope it satisfies you. It's what you asked for, yes? Well, take it.
That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. $246. $89,000. Gigan skin half gloves is actually pretty good getting. I think that was an error. Let me check the pants again.
The other more meaningful task for me.
Nope. Let's get out. Oh, that's why. Yeah, waifu. People are funny. Onward we go to the fist. The temple of the fist, to be specific. Time for some punching ink. We move on to enlightenment. Excellent. Oh my. That doesn't look good. It's Final Fantasy. Purple's not a good color. Oh great, we're fighting God. And he's buff. Isn't that just a typical JRPG? Having a lovely Monday, and then I had to fight God. Uh-oh. That's a pretty curl. So I'm noob, so I have no idea what's going on here. Oops. Sorry, Kitty, I did not mean to kick. My bad. There we go. Could be everyone around this. We got this. Good game mode. And we killed God. It's just another Monday in JRPG. And to report to Marjorie. Yes, I just drowned my poor unicorn. It's okay though, right? It's probably okay. It's okay-ish. I too am most eager to hear what just went on in the Closed Fist. Well, let me tell you all about it. Yeah, I fought the dude. He looked like God. You fought with Ivan Curlfist? I've read that he honed his martial prowess by wandering the mountains, fighting all the curls he could find. They said he took the creature's movements for his own, devising a style of fighting like no other. Yes, yeah, he punched curls. You should never hit a curl. To think he had been waiting there all this time for a new challenger. My mind is made up. I too will become a monk. Hearing your story, I realized I must meet Ivan Curlfist myself. I will need the strength in both my body and mind to have a chance at reaching him. He really didn't talk much, and I plan on starting by working on my mind. There's still so much I read about the monks and their religion. I need to read so much more. Or perhaps I'd be better served by searching for a local who's versed in the Fist of Ralgar. I mean, sure, why not? Allow me to thank you. I would not have awoken to my true calling had you not shown me the temple ruins. You actually looked at it yourself. The next time our paths cross, I imagine I'll look quite different. Until then, okay, I'll keep on the lookout for a monk-tail lady, I guess. Wonder if a lady looks kind of monkey. I can definitely say I've never met a monk quite like her. It'll be interesting to see just how far she's able to go. Alright. Well, let's see here. What else is there? Back to Little Amigo.
Hello, Gundabald. That is good news indeed. I made a list of those that wish to make the move, though there are still few who are yet to make up their minds.
Oh, that's the wrong voice. This is the voice I want.
I have made a list of those who wish to make the move. Though there are few yet who wish to make up their minds. Not in my place to hurry them into making such an important decision. For the time being, I've decided to send the first group to Alamigo in advance of the rest. Could I ask you to help them make their journey? Speak with me again, should you be willing to help.
Sure, let's go.
Willing to help? Good to hear. There's something I wish to discuss with you while the first group packs up their belongings. I've been thinking a lot about Wilfred of late, how he lost his life fighting for the Crystal Braves. I've been holding onto a sword ever since his passing. He, more than anyone, burned with a strong desire to take back Alamigo, which is why I would like to send his sword with the group. That part of him may finally go home. I have a mind to entrust you and Berliana with this task. She's been friends with Wilfred ever since they were but children. Here's his blade. Take it to Berliana.
Bertliana? Okay. Oh man, I've got 40 minutes left of streaming. The computer apparently has the zoomies. Hey there, Bertliana. I have a sword for you. Oh, Peter, what brings you? Wait, that sword you hold in your hand. It's Wilfred's sword. Could never forget to whom this blade belonged. Thank you for bringing it to me. But where are my manners? I know we've met before, but I've yet to introduce myself. I'm Bertliana. I was good friends with Wilfred. I've always hoped that I lived to see Alamigo liberated. I could take his short sword there. I once heard from my grandmother that there was a spot in the locks where people honor their fallen comrades. I wish to take Wilfred's sword there. I'll be ready to depart as soon as I have packed his blade. Please tell Gunvald as much. All right. Full time.
on.
Short day of streaming was still productive.
Finished struggle with Bertliana, have you? She's endured many hardships, but none of them have stopped her from moving forward with her life. It took her a while to come to terms with Wilfred's passing. But look at her now. She's willing and better organized. She's better at organizing younger residents than I am. I'm confident the two of you will do a fine job commemorating Wilfred's life. Once things have calmed down a bit, I shall go and pay my own respects. At any rate, I imagine the first lot will be ready to depart by now. I will give you the list of those who wish to make the group. Could you ask around and see if you have any concerns, or see if they have any concerns? I'm sure none of them will have taken the decision to move lightly, but that does not mean they have not have their doubts. Try your best to ease any of their worries.
Hey there, overeager swordsman. What's up? I can rest at ease knowing you'll be escorting us. It will be a first time heading out to Balsir's Wall in a while. Tell me, is the road there dangerous these days? It's not really that perilous. Really? Well, even if there are any bandits lurking in the shadows, I'm sure you'll have no trouble protecting us. There are few warriors in our group, so I'm glad to have a chance to ask you about the road ahead. I'll do my best to keep everyone safe from harm.
Hey there, boisterous boy. My uncle told me all about it, amigo. I bet I know more than you.
I know a lot of people live there.
Wow, really? I mean, of course I already knew that. My uncle knows everything, so I do too. It'll be sad saying goodbye to all my friends here, but I know I can make new ones in Alamigo.
That's good.
Of course, the people who live upstairs want to leave.
I wonder if there'll be any work for me back in Alamigo. You can help everyone rebuild. Yes, I suppose they will need as many hands as possible to repair the damage done by the Empire. I may not have been able to fight against the Imperial forces, but I'll do all I can to help rebuild my home. I lived in Alamigo until I was 5 or so. The very age my own boy is now. I do worry whether or not he'll be able to adjust to new life over there. Children can adapt to anything. That's true. I remember it didn't take me too long to adjust to my life away from Alamigo when I was his age. Thank you for listening to my worries. I've dreamed of returning for so long, yet now the moment is here, I find myself incredibly anxious. However, I know it'll work out somehow. So the next one is downstairs. Careless girl. She's not as careless as me. I jumped off a cliff.
I've always found it to be a pretty area. I do hope the fighting has not damaged the city.
There's some damage, but the city's fine.
Well, I suppose some damage is only to be expected. Wars are not especially peaceful affairs. Oh, frankly, I'm just glad I will be able to return to Alamigo at all. The state of the city matters not in the grand scheme of things.
Ah. It's a nice big flowy cloak. Not coke. What? Cloak.
Done speaking with everyone, then by my reckoning it is time they departed. But Liana will guide the group to Alamigo. Tell her she can give the order to leave whenever she's ready.
Birdland's ready to return home. Assuming you two are ready, I'd like to depart. I'll go and round up everyone else now. All right. Everyone's present and accounted for.
It's a shame to see you go, but I've had no doubts you'll enjoy your new lives in Alamigo. Take care on the road, and I look forward to the day our paths cross again.
Of course. Thank you, Gundobald. I'm certain it will not be too long before we're able to speak once more. Keep well. Our first destination is Castrum Oriens via the Black Shroud. Let us depart.
Great. Quest accepted. Let us roll. Which is some pretty pathetic sushi, if I must say so. Hunt for Omega Girabanya via the Peering Stone.
Oh, good. I didn't just jump to my death. I was worried there. I leapt first and was like, wait, can I fly? Hey, what's up, Reaper? Worked on Reaper before. I think my alt is like 75. Yep. Reaper doesn't really match Pieter's backstory, so I just kind of accepted and then like blocked it after that because it's not very Pieter. Sage is much more his speed. Horizontal Dragoon, yeah, pretty much. Lord Liana. We were able to make our way through the Black Shroud without any problems, thanks to the protection of the Wood Whalers. Only the Velodania River stands between us and Giraldania now. We shall follow the path out of the forest and head eastward. The Imperial army may be gone, but there's still plenty of beasts and bandits we'll need to be wary of. Should we be attacked, it'll be up to you to protect us, Pieter.
I can totally do that. The stripped health stripes. Almost under attack. That's not good.
Thank you, Pietro. To think that beasts now even appear here. Back when I lived in Alamigo, mercenaries would patrol the roads, protecting merchants, travelers from harm. If we were to resume trade with Gridania and Nolda, we'll also need to hire a force capable of keeping those who use these roads safe. Indeed, we shall not want for work upon arriving in Alamigo. There is yet plenty to be done. It is time we resumed our journey. We shall continue heading toward the east, aiming for a settlement called Redacia in the peaks. Handle that, please. I can help you with it, but first, I need to head to this other area. I think I found Lala Jinjiao. There's a lady like right in the entrance of Edelshire, and I was like, who is this person? Battle-scarred veteran. Not me, right? Exactly. Oh, it's you, the legendary adventurer, instrumental to the liberation of our homeland. Aye, though it took an army to see it through, I've heard tell of your singular accomplishments, both here and in faraway lands. Let's see here. There we go. Excellent. Okay, took care of that. Sorry about the disruption. Let's continue. It's you, the legendary adventurer, instrumental to the liberation of my homeland. Aye, though it took an army to see it through. I've heard tell of your singular accomplishments, both here and in faraway lands. I know the type. You're a warrior, through and through. We're searching for a new challenge. A man who lives for those moments when all hangs in the balance. Did I say something odd? Oh, no, of course not. Him. Not far from here is a place where monks of the Fist of Relgar once honed body and spirit, the circles of answering. And by the grace of the Doman patron, it is reborn. He who fights with strength of stone unyielding breathes deep in boundless sky and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against him, none can stand. To it, you will face striking dummies possessed of the fortitude of fantastic foes and otherworldly foes. Attack them with your might and man, and should you triumph in the allotted time, you'll know that you have the strength to defeat them. They may still die in the process. They are dummies, after all, and will not hit back. But that goes without saying. Doubtless you're intrigued. When curiosity overwhelms you, I shall deliver you to stone, sky, and, well, it's still the circles of awakening in name, but you must nevertheless embrace the wisdom of the elements to overcome your trials. Oh, how foolish of me. I forgot to tell you the best part. It's free! Free! Now access the circles of awakening and expansion of stone, sky, and sea. The training ground can be accessed by speaking with a battle-scarred veteran outside Rauga's reach. Alright. So, let's see. What's next? There we go. I'm like, it's supposed to be right here. It is right here. I just missed it. What you're working on, is it for Reaper? Nope, not doing anything for Reaper. We're still dancing. Like I said, I kind of paused Reaper permanently. Right now, I'm about to go see what I can get done on this mission for Sid. Sid is doing something or other to the south of here. See if we can't do it too. Left on the quest list, so many blue quests. Yes, there are. My, look at that. A big smoldering hole. It's probably fine. Way to avoid the fights. Yep, that's how I do it. I run right by the creature and start the cutscene. No, they can't hurt me. The purple's not a good color in Final Fantasy. It's like green at Disney. What in the seven hells is going on here? A veritable sea of condensed aether. Precious has been busy.
What villainy is this?
Oh, let me introduce you to Midgardsormr. He's my friend.
In slumber sweet have I laid since mine's offerings war with man did end. Yet I could not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Have a care, mortal, for within this great hollow lieth Omega.
I'm sure it's fine.
Long have we known one another. Our history spanneth aeons and stars.
Oh, gods, what's happening? Oh, gods, what's happening? Our Chocobro. Don't kill the Chocobro.
Chief, get out of there.
You're not dead?
Apparently not. It passed straight through me, as if it were some sort of illusion. "'Tis one of Omega's creations. Omega's a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving aether into life. That serpent is yet unfinished, but doubt not it will become a corporeal threat ere long."
That's not good. Very twisty dragon. Well, whatever it is, it's gone.
Well, this peculiar thing remains.
It looks like a chocobo, and quests like a chocobo. I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo. Who knew? And there's my fight that I'd started earlier. I only delayed it. Quite funny that we had this battle. It started, and then I just kind of walked off and ignored him. What's up, Chocobro? Okay. size isn't unlike a chocobo, but looks more like a stuffed doll to me.
It's definitely a chocobo. Trust me on this. The ones we Lalafels ride are all about this size, aren't they?
I suppose. Aye, all right. Let's go with chocobo for now.
Definitely looks stuffed.
Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not unto this creature's soul, then. Very well. As this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead.
Peter, aren't you going to introduce us to your knowledgeable little dragon friend?
Oh, he's been around forever. But the entire time we were fighting dragons, and I was taking dragon skin off of them and turning them into leather, yeah, he was with me.
What? The Midgard Summer? Who fought and fell at the Battle of Silvertear Skies? And here I was contented traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the Father of Dragons does have something you do not, that being relevant knowledge. There's much we could learn from him. Little and less is known about Omega's origin. It first appeared in records, dating back to the Third Astral Era, before the Allegan Empire reached zenith, and said records had but one thing to say: Omega activation successful. In the centuries that followed, the Allegans enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary a further mention of Omega until its capture of the Hamlet. Its existence is a mystery among mysteries, a tale among tales. It was always assumed that the Allegans built it, with no reason to believe otherwise. And now Midgard tells us it's not even of our world.
Just so, it haileth from another star. More than that I will not say. I have spoken with this being. It telleth of strange plain beyond this hollow, where it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight. Yet being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over into this world.
Ordered to fight by Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that?
To put its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes.
Well, you see, we should just jump in.
You have not to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal into Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you.
Well, so nothing to fear. I just jump into a portal into another world. Cool, let's do that.
Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bindeth me to Omega. If it be thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength.
Oh, cool. That sounds great. So, you really can show us around inside the hole, can you? Quack, quack. Goodness, you look like a character from a Mario game.
Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the Father of Dragons has given us his assurance. Let us take our investigation into the yawn. I have already appraised Jessie of our intent and instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no way of knowing what awaits us in there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you?
Kind of. 15 minutes. I can do this in 15 minutes,
he said confidently. Then let us begin.
Indeed. Yeah. Where? into the ether we go. It's a bit confusing. Oh no, I'm Aether. What is this place? And what's wrong with this? I can see straight through me.
Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals.
Okay, this is creepy.
I am Omega, and I have awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors.
This is fine.
You stand in the rift between dimensions where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Bloop. Experiment? If you want our participation, you have to tell us a little more than that.
We're disappearing. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Bloop. Well, I mean, I don't want to be erased. It seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear what we have to do, don't you? Alright, we consent. Whatever.
Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group.
Okay. Well, this is weird. This is fine, right? Maybe? This doesn't seem to be much fine. Interdimensional rift. Okay. This is kind of wacky.
Looks like some matter of tower or egg.
At least it isn't really creepy. Okay.
The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is Subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignment is tentative, however, pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects. Your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly.
Combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight?
Affirmative. A course has been constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Delta-scape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Or your number.
of your number. Only Alpha has this at present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. Bloop, bloop. So what is a stealth mission? An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We are accepting it, of course. It's preferable to summary erasure, as I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, let's go kick its butt. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiments. Will you transfer your authorization to us? Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. Well, here we go. I'm going to reach the Delta Skip. Now, where do we go exactly? Would help if there was a path. I think this floor moves. Oh my goodness. Aha! Hello there, TV screen. Take the lead, Peter. We'll follow. Get a level checker. No, that's protected by some kind of barrier. Barriers are my specialty. Have this done before you know it. I'll have this done before you know it. Chief, something's happening with the cube. There's a life form, the hostile in the back. Here's the creature. Wedge. You take down the barrier. No, it continues spawning as long as the monitor is operational. Out of commission. Triggers to reverse the barrier's energy current. Oh, why does that just leaves the enemy? Chief, second cube's about to turn. Finish it quickly and be on our way.
it down. Some kind of teleporter. I'll give it a try. Sounds eager. Come on, let's go. More the merrier. Teleport to new area. Point 2. Since before, Wedge and Biggs, the monitor is yours. Let's just attend to the enemy whenever you're ready, Pietro. Another monitor down. Am I great or what? Alright, then. We need someone to clean things up. Looks another transporter. Too bad I can't use it. Of course, you're mortal. Alright. Just 2 monitors in the way. And Gil says there's more cubes, too. Stay focused. We're almost there. Takes us time to get the monitor as well. Peter, you know what to do. There's a no less qualified to tinker with these toys. Damn. So we're gonna have to roll up our sleeves. Going for half measures, huh, Omega? Difficulty complete. Alright. Success. Level is no longer synced. That's our goal, the Delta escape, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think is waiting for us in there? Omega said its group subjects by dimension. If the creatures we fought on the way here merely intended to separate the wheat from the chaff, it would seem certain that far greater challenges await inside the egg-like objects, our fellow test subjects most like. I'm not certain what to make of that castle. Could it somehow be connected to the subjects? Where? Alpha, hold on a moment. Shouldn't either one of the other of us be translucent? Oops. Subject confirmed to have arrived at the Delta escape. Analysis complete. Congratulations, you are approved for participation. Your strength places you in the self-same tier as Alpha, the feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Alpha and Omega. Nevertheless, you are now fully fledged test subjects. Welcome, weakest of the challengers. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I would have chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is it we're supposed to do, exactly? You are able to enter the Delta escape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, that strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There's a strict limit on how many entities may participate in combat. Only a small party may have existential authorization transferred from Alpha. Good luck. Bloop. So the eggs do contain fellow test subjects, just as I predicted. Hey, Garland? Before we turn our thoughts to the Delta escape, I suggest we set up a base of operations here. Yes, I agree. It's somewhat cobbled together, but this should suffice as a base of operations. Take heart, old friend. Through every step we take, it seems to raise more questions. We'll wade through this mire of mysteries eventually. Of that, I have no doubt. Right then, what to do next? We know that Omega is conducting tests to determine the strongest being. We do not know its ultimate purpose, or even its exact whereabouts. Plenty, however, is within Omega's power to curtail our stay here whenever he chooses. Accordingly, we have little choice but to proceed as bidden and defeat the test subjects waiting in the Delta escape. Indeed. Well, Alpha certainly seems keen. It might be best if you left the fighting to others, little one. That is, of course, assuming others are willing. What say you, old friend? Yeah, sure, let's go get him. This promises to be a most entertaining foray. I would not dream of missing any part of it. You may rely on me to provide you with remote support. With commendable foresight, I took the liberty of borrowing the various monitors that were lying around, and shall extract all the information I can from them. Where? 'Tis a pity none of us speaks Chocobo. As I recall, though, we were supposed to have Alpha transfer his authorization to us prior to engaging in combat. In which case, Peter, you'll need him to accompany you into the Delta escape. See to your preparations and proceed when you are ready. Quest. Of course. Quest accepted. Alright, I think that's probably going to be it for today. Am I stuck in here for the foreseeable future? There's the exit. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Well, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be back on Sunday morning. Have a good one.